I would love to show you how I do my captions. Just a caveat, it is something that I'm actively working on and getting better at. So if anyone has any feedback or tips or tricks, I'd love them all. This is all in CapCut, so let's get into the tutorial. Definitely hold down up here for 2x because it's a little bit chatty. So once your video is all cut and good to go, you're going to generate captions. I just do the auto generate and then you'll see them all here. And then you just go through and make sure there's no typos or just it misunderstanding you and correct any mistakes before we move on to the next step. Then I always move my text up so that I'm able to see it when I'm editing since I do it on the phone, and then I just pull up the settings and I always just go straight to styles and I turn off the little highlight thing for all of it. Then I go to fonts. I have some saved fonts you can see here, and I always do the main one usually as Callum, and I leave that part white. Then I go back to the styles settings and I move down in the spacings and I just bring it down to -1 in the character spacing. I just like the way it looks on this font. Then I go to highlight, and this is where you're just going to highlight certain words that you want to all have a different font. So I usually pick just words that stand out every few words just to change it up a little bit. You'll see later I'm going to keep certain ones out to make them like extra special, but these are ones that everything you highlight will have the same setting. This will make sense in a second. Then you're going to click highlight style and it'll bring you back to the little font settings. Again, I always turn off the highlight. I go over to fonts and I have one saved called Prosecco that I love for my little highlights. So I usually always pick that one, but you can pick any one. And then you can go over to styles and I usually do this light yellow color for my highlighted words. And then I'm just going to change the animations last so that way it does the little one word at a time effect that I love. I have that one saved. It's called bounce out. That one's my favorite. I just think it's very engaging to look at when you're just getting one word at a time rather than the entire caption. Then I always move the text down. I like to move it just below center most of the time, but you've got to make sure how it looks in your video. So I scrub over the whole video and just make sure it looks right placed there. And if it doesn't, I'll move it off to the side, up, down, whatever you need to do. Then I like to go in and pick out certain words that I want to make completely different. Like I wanted to make navy blue an actual navy blue color rather than match all of my highlights. So this gets a little bit complicated to do, but what you need to do is click the word that you want to edit, go into the edit caption settings. You need to select that word and highlight it. And you need to make sure you're just clicking on that word. Then, a very important, uncheck that apply to main captions box. That's the only way you're going to be able to do this. Click that word again, press edit style. And then you're kind of going to need to scrub the video and pause it on where it's showing you the words that you want. So that way you can actually see what you're adjusting because of the animation that I have. So I'm pausing it when it's showing me the word navy so that I can see what my adjustments are. Then I just went over and found a blue color that I liked for this. And I just wanted to adjust the size and font a little bit too to just make it pop a little bit more. Here I found another word that I wanted to make different, so I selected voiceover and already it was set to not apply to the main captions. Selected that word, made sure I was looking at it by like pausing the video when it was showing me the word voiceover, and then I went into fonts and I picked one that I thought would be cool for this. I really like this font as well, the Pixel Mix, and I just adjusted the size and color just to make it how I wanted it. And then on this one, I wanted to adjust the animation for just this word as well, just to make it a little bit different. So I went over to animations and selected the typewriter one, which is another favorite of mine.